Okay, dear students, welcome to this first part in computational finance. We are going to discuss about the solver option in Excel, and this is used for the purpose of calculating the variable cost and determining the profitability at different intervals. Okay. Here we are going to see how we can use this solver function, especially in Excel, for the purpose of the solving the numerous issues in finance. That is the core aim. Let us go through the concept of solver option. First thing in Excel, you have to enable the solver. That is the important thing in that one. Usually, in normal Excel views, you can see only the regular one. You won't see the solver option. So if you want to see the solver option, if you are not enabled, go to the file option. You can see here in the file. If you click the file, it will showcase the first one, which is appearing the right hand side of the screen. It will show different options: home, new, open, all those things. But at the end, you can see the options. In these options, if you see that one, if you can see the entire Excel screen, once you click the option, you can see this Excel options will come. That is general, formula, data, proofreading, all these things will come. Under that, you can click the add-ins. If you click the add-ins, you can see this box. You have to enable solver add-ins. Once you click the solver add-ins, go to the OK and you can click that one. This is how you have to enable the solver function first in case of the Excel. Okay, understand that one. This is the process to enable the solver option in the Excel. Okay, once you enable the solver option, you can see here in the screen the data. If you click the data option, once you click the data option, you can see the solver here. You can see that one. Solver. Under the data analysis, you can see the solver option. Once if it is coming, it means that in your Excel sheet, you have enabled the solver option. Okay. Once the solver option has been enabled, you can click that solver option and verify whether this box is coming. This is the solver parameter box. In this window, it will contain the set objective. That is the objective of the cell in which you are going to manipulate. Then what is the maximum value, minimum value, or same value of the parameter. So we will see the example later on. Then what are the variables, what are all the constraints you can give. This is called the parameter, that is solver parameter window box. Okay. Now let us go to an example how to do with the help of solver. Yes. Now this is the Excel sheet in which it shows the simple thing, that is the cost sheet. if you gone through that one, this shows the cost sheet of Arun and Anil Associate. You know about the cost sheet. It contains raw materials, purchases, then other purchasing expenses, materials, labor, direct expenses, raw materials, then the prime cost. The up to this prime cost, it is set within variable cost. We can control. Then it contains the overheads. There is the factory overheads, electricity, indirect materials, salaries, insurance, all those things, depreciation. Then the works cost incurred. That is opening stock and work in progress, closing work in progress. You can see that one here. Then the works cost, the rent, depreciation, general charges, audit fees, bank charges, all these expenses are mentioned. Then opening stock you have to add and deduct the closing stock. Then the administrative expenses. All these administrative expenses are given. Then at the end, cost of sales. That is, you know that cost of sales calculation. Then the profit. Profit, how we are calculating, in that organization they mentioned 60% of the cost of sales. Then if you add the cost of sales and profit, you will get the sales. And that is the simple cost sheet. So how we can enable that one? So here there's a question. If you want to get a profit of 5 lakh rupees, what are all the variable cost? What will be the variable cost? How it will change? So your manager is telling that you have to aim for 5 lakh rupees profit. So what we have to do? That is the question. So here you can see in this example, we are able to change only the variable portion. That too, opening and closing stock, we are not having the control. So how to do that one? Go to data. If it is not there, I already told, go to the solver option and enable that one. Add-ins, you can enable the solver add-ins. Okay, once you added, now you can check in the data. If you click the data, you can see the right hand side, the solver option, data analysis and solver option. It is coming. So our aim is to calculate the profit. So what I am doing, first I am clearing what are all the already things available in the solver parameter. First one, set the objective. I am going to set the objectives. Now cleaning process over. So set the objective. Our objective is to make the profit 5 lakh rupees. So I click the profit. Understand, it is something 4,83,000. If I click the cell, number will appear in the parameter. Once it is appeared, you can see then I am giving the value. Value I am going to set the 5 lakh rupees because I am estimating about the sales as well as the variable cost for 5 lakh rupees profit. Our aim is to get the profit of 5 lakh rupees. So that's what I changed. Okay, the value should be 5 lakh rupees. Then what are the variables we have to change? Only raw materials purchases, raw materials utilized, labor and direct expenses. I can't change the opening stock and there is no control over the closing stock. It depends upon the market. So I have selected this column. That is from 30,000 to 40,000. I have selected that one. Okay, now you can see the solver parameters. The objective has been set. The variables have been identified. What are all the variables you have to change? So everything is set. Now I am not giving any constraint. Simple thing. Okay, once I entered all those things. Now I am moving towards the giving OK. Once I click the OK, it will show this dialog box nicely. Then once again you can give the OK. That is calculated values. Once you click the OK, now it automatically changed. You can see the profit is now 5 lakh rupees. So if you want to get 5 lakh rupees, the raw material cost 30,096, then 1,000 rupees, all these things changed. So simple thing. That is the advantage of solver option. So what I am doing, I am copying all those things and coming down and pasting in the answer column. So if you gone through that one, if you want to get a profit of 5 lakh rupees, we can have the raw material purchase of 30,096, then purchase expenses around 1,000, all those things. We can reduce these zeros and make it according to the common statements, that is without decimals. So that is the answer. So if you want to get 5 lakh rupees profit, we have to buy the raw materials for that one. Now let us give some of the constraints also. Okay, let us see some examples, additional examples of that one. I am not changing the objective. However, I am changing this one. Now I am changing instead of 5 lakhs. Yes, I am changing to 6 lakhs. Okay. Yes, now clicking the OK. Yes, now you can see the profit is around 6 lakhs rupees. So if the profit is around 6 lakhs rupees, what will be the raw material cost? It will be that amount. Simple thing. We had 30,000, 632, all these things it can change. That is the advantage of using the solver option. So based upon this discussion, you must know how we are going to use the solver option. Solver option is used for the purpose of changing this thing. Now I am going to give some constraints. It is also possible to give some constraints for this one. Okay. So the value I am fixing something like 50,000, then I'm going to add some constraints. Say for example, in case of the direct expenses, I'm going to fix as the 40,000. I'm telling that remaining things remain same, but it should not exceed the 40,000. Maximum direct expenses will be 40,000. We can add that one. Okay, you have to add that one and see. You have to give equal to. These are all the common mistakes you will come across when you are giving the value. 40,000 should be the value. Okay. We have to give equal to. That is, it should not be more or less than the 40,000. So I have given 3 options. Later on I will delete that one. Okay. Yes, now you can see 3 constraints have been added, but I need only the last one. So I am deleting the first 2. So what I have given, the 40,000 will be the direct expenses. Now what will be the answer? The profit is same. I am not changing the profit. But you can see direct expenses is 40,000. So in such case, we have to buy the raw materials for 30,797. So Likewise, you can practice the solver option nicely. So based upon this discussion, you have to understand why we are using the solver option, what is the purpose of solver option. Then in case of Excel, why we are using that one. Okay. So the solver is used for the purpose of determining the range of functions. Another thing, if you want to fix an objective for solver option, that column should be in formula 1. You can't give for normal thing. That you have to understand. And you can create the summary also. For each and every solver option, you can create the summary and you can display. This is a very simple example of how we are using the solver option in case of cost sheet. Okay. Thank you, dear students. We will see the next option, how we can use the other functions to determine the cost nicely. Once again, thank you.